Hello, and this is welcome to Knife's Adventures in Sub-2K. Let's talk about the hero known as Clinkz. First step to Clinkz, random him. Okay, you don't have to random him, but if you do, it's nice. It gives you enough money for like an extra salve and a branch. It's not that big a deal, honestly. Uh, so what I see a lot of the time is Clinkz being played as a snowballing mid hero, gets an orchid, tries to go for those pickoffs, similar to Storm Spirit, and that's fine. If you don't like winning the game of Dota 2, how I play Clinkz, he's got to be played in a safe lane role because he needs that fast Maelstrom. Why Maelstrom? Don't you rush an orchid? Don't you get a soul ring and mana boots and a bottle and raindrops? Well, no. That's a terrible idea. You're never going to use that much mana. The only mana you need is Basilius, raindrops, and a support with mana boots. In this game, I was lucky enough to have 2 supports with mana boots, and it was incredible. Now, it's tempting to go for pickoffs, to harass your opponents with orb walking, and you can do that, but not if you're missing last hits, because the way we play Clinkz, and by we, I mean me, is as a safe lane carry. And if you don't think that a kill is guaranteed, if you don't think that you can guarantee get a bunch of money, and experience, and gold, and greed from harassing an enemy, just don't hit him. Just don't bother. Let your lane support do it. Now, why do we play this way? Because we need that early Maelstrom. Why do we need this? Because we're maxing out Strafe second. Why are we doing this? To get its cooldown down to 25 seconds. Why do we do that? A creep wave spawns every 30 seconds. So what, Knife? Why does that matter? Okay. If your team is in a big, disgusting 5v5 dick measuring contest mid, and you're in the bottom lane, if you get an Orchid, Soul Ring, Mana Boots, whatever, that sucks. Because you're going to clear one creep wave, and then they're going to be like, oh, Clinkz is eventually going to take bottom tower. We should do something eventually? Question mark. It doesn't matter. You have no game impact if you're not picking off backliners. And if they have wards, or like good positioning, that's not going to be possible. So, we play the split pushing game. You are as good at split pushing as Lycan. I don't know if I'd say you are better, but you're as good. You do an insane amount of tower damage. Lycan does a pretty good amount of tower damage. You have an incredible third ability for escaping. Lion needs to use his ult to escape. Actually, are you better at split pushing than Lycan? You're kind of the split pushing hero. You're really good at it. With Maelstrom and Strafe, you just mow down a lane, creep wave after creep wave, and BAM! And you can join in team fights because your farm is huge. And if you're really team fighting a lot, you can get a BKB. That's fine, but you need that Maelstrom. What's next? I don't care. I like to get Desolator because towers melt. The highest tower damage I have in a game is 17,000, and there was a big team fight going on in mid, and I took their tier 3 tower and both their racks, and their tier 3 tower and both their racks, and their tier 3 tower and then both their racks in the 30 seconds that team fight was going on. So Clinkz does a lot of tower damage. I don't know if I would have been able to contribute quite that much in 30 seconds in a single team fight. Split pushing is just really good on Clinkz. Remember to turn off Searing Arrows when you are strafe hitting a creep wave. I get travels on Clinkz. Why, you ask? Split pushing. If the game goes late enough, I'll get an Octarine Core as like a 6th slot item after, I don't know, like BKB, Blink, Lincoln's, Daedalus. I don't get Orchid. Why don't I get Orchid? What are you going to do? Pick off Io 35 times? what does that get your team? It like if they don't group and push off of your pickoff, then it's worthless. Like Io's sad and you get a lot of farm. If you're lucky and don't get ganked a lot. This way, you get a lot of farm regardless. Bam, bam, bam. All those creeps. Dead. They're gone. Bam, bam, bam. All those creeps. All those last hits. All for you. Bam, 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 bam. I haven't even gone looking for pickoffs and I have 9 kills. Why? Because they have to rotate. People have to rotate to you, and you can escape. Or you can fight. It's completely up to you as Clinkz. And if they don't rotate, look how much damage we did to that tower. Where am I? Oh, I'm dead. Oh, no! Well, if you get dusted in solo Omni Slash, there's not a lot you can do. But this is why we get Lincolns if the game goes on long enough. I'm getting an MKB right now for the Radiance that is on their Alchemist? Yes, on their Alchemist. I got a Dragon Lance because I didn't want to spend the money for a BKB. And I needed some durability, and I'm just too dumb to use my ult. Well, actually, it costs mana. And your escape costs mana. And your Searing Arrows costs mana. Everything you do costs mana. But, like, not enough to justify getting lots of items that are just for mana. I understand why people would want to do that, just like I understand why they want to get a Bloodstone on Death Prophet. But it's not worth it. There are better things. Oh. Okay, I'm back. I was offered some donuts, and that really couldn't wait. So you see how much damage we're doing. We do so much more damage than a sniper at 32 minutes would do, because we have actual attack speed and damage modifiers. And we hit buildings really hard. Like, really hard. And we outrange towers with Dragon Lance. And why did I run away there? You'll see. You'll see in a minute. Basically, I need mana. And an MKB. And once I have my MKB, I'm gonna go backdoor that. Why? Because I have an incredible amount of damage. Backdooring barrackses very fast, and being a good rapier carrier like Kunkka, Medusa, those are qualities you really want to have in the late game, and Clinkz has one of them. Yeah, he's also a good rapier carrier actually because of his crazy attack speed. He's good in the early game and the laning stage, so it's tempting to play him like that. It's tempting to, but don't do it. Because if you passively farm in the laning stage, you'll put the pressure on those lanes in the mid game, and you'll 2-hit their supports in the late game. Gig. Zip it. Make sure to tip your support. That is all.